Oh ja. Ja. Oh, beneficiary is voor zo'n match. Oh. De TTV Eind de Beast en de magische Palace zijn omhoog. Oh. Oh, Soccer Fundamentals. Oh. Hij heeft een nieuwe skin gekocht. Oh. Hij is dus trying to rotate. Oh. Hij is een beetje meer ground te campen. Oké. Ja. Oh. Oh, oké, is goed. Hij is niet leuk. Oh, hij gaat voor de helm. Oh, of dat had Mag niet gekild, Secret Fundamentals. Oh, hij gaat weer rotaten. Insane. Wat? Hij kreeg de elimination toch? Oh, de edit. Oh, hij gaat proberen die in een boy. Of geen bal met hem meer. Oh, wel, hij foul. Oh. Ja, het is gewoon. Oh, hij wordt gehit. Hij wordt gehit. Oh, hij gaat naar beneden. Oh, ik krijg damage. Oh, ik ben geen shield meer. Oh, hij probeert alles te edit. Oh, smooth edit van hem. Oh ja. Oh, hij gaat even die grote poppen. Oké. Ja, maar ze zijn zo clean, ja. Oh, de helm. Oh, hij gaat voor de helm. Oh, de helm. Oh. En zo heeft het toch. Oh, hij heeft geen match. Hij zegt, je moet voor de match. Hij gaat voor de match. Oh, nee. Oh, de Magic Pelm en TTV aan de Beast gaan naar beneden. Ze zijn focus op Elementals. Oh, Mr. Savage is dood. Oh, ze zijn dood. Oh, Benjamin is. Oh, het zijn nog twee solos en één team. Oh, drop win. Oké. Oh, dit is de Magic. Oh, dit is bergop. Hij is dood. Oh, hij is zo. Oh, de play. Nee. He's popping Secret Fundamentals om TTV aan te win en die andere boy.
What a close match going right down to the wire. One more shot is all he needed there, but it was not possible to not connect. The duo does hold it down. Once again, this pattern very smart solo play there, making sure you can pick up all the eliminations before the game ends.
Oh, dan maak ik hem weer en dan rotaten.
MXR, who are both chilling in their big base, looks like next to Stormline as well, one of the best positions you can be in.
Oh, ze hebben 43 punten.
The long range beam, the follow up with the drum as well, and that crucial combat shotgun, which did get hurt a little bit on this patch, but it's still the fire rate and that swap delay coming off allows you to make so many cool plays. They both are sitting on 0 eliminations at the moment, so they must make this effort to catch up near the end of the game.
Yeah, and just one thing in terms of the combat shotgun change, I feel like it's kind of mitigated just because of the removal of the shotgun timer. It ends up allowing you to kind of do, a lot of people call it the TP Classic, where you're ramping out and you're able to effectively tarp and shoot at the same time with very minimal amount of exposure. And I think it sort of makes up for the slight change in the range in terms of the tiles and how much damage it does. So the combat still being very strong in the current meta, but you can see MXR being able to push in, trying to find the conversion. Is some pressure from above and just goes for it. Gianni Jr. showing why he's not Gianni Sr. being taken down there outside the top 20. No placement points for you and a lot of time wasted in that lobby.
Just a dope reaction there to look up and then look straight up or straight ahead of himself. MXR just carrying that fight right there. Yuntos and Ryu now getting focused by the whole server. Very unfortunate when this happens. Stinks coming down as well, so that's going to be a very hard situation to get out of. Ryu now going down. Haiko getting his third elimination, putting him and Ono Kill together on the same or on 4 eliminations there, making sure their points get counted up. 35 points total at the moment. That placement points going to be coming in, and 4 more duos coming down. 35 people left alive, so that zone surge will also be an option as well.
Yeah, and that was a high value stink, and that's one thing you talk about. You know, it feels really unfortunate when you're getting focused by the whole server, but the reason you're getting focused by the whole server is because you're in an obvious 1x1 that was just rebuilt without priority on the next zone. If everyone is going to focus you, it's much easier to just pile in. You can hear the Rift go off left eye, trying to hit it, trying to do everything he can. Will end up finding it there. Storm Surge is active as we have 18 duos left and 34 players, so pretty much everyone has a buddy with them.
And then, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a stacked team-based endgame at the moment. A lot of four-gun loadouts also coming in together right now. Dan Zizzle going down on Shadow Nades. A lot of multiple high ground tarps. A lot of them go down. Cazorla is going to be up top. One Shadow Nade left on Heiko at the moment. Andre going down from Cazorla's high ground pick. He gets finished off. Heiko gets that big reward off of it, the mats, the utility campfires as well for the end game. Pickaxe is coming full swing, making sure every wall is theirs before they step on the next move. Not quite in zone yet, but that tunnel will be very, very proficient. We're talking about those combat changes as well before. That also changes the range of engagement, as now we have more ARs. The style of the game and how it actually flows as more people are basing up to shoot rather than shooting on the fly if they're not going to be able to box fight, changes the way people move around the map as well.
And it kind of has given a little bit of a resurgence, what we've seen so far, to the drum gun. It allows the drum gun to have a little bit more of that mid-range feel to it, to where it is going to out-prioritize the combat shotgun, whereas before the drum gun very much so got forced out in terms of effectiveness as we hit our top 15, so 3 points going over from everyone, because why run a drum gun when you can have an FSA rifle and then the combat? But now there really is kind of a space that's between, like, it's closer to like 4 to 9 tiles where the drum gun just shreds. And even now you can see, boom, tack AR, turn about face, 2 elims right there for Johnny Boy and Cazrola. Brilliantly done. Once those will end up tick over, they do have the top 15 as well, as Dan Hizzle gets forced out of the lobby. Proxima Star also gets down and everyone gets pulled up into the sky. We're closing in. Boom, top 10 next placement threshold.
6 chunk splashes still left. We haven't seen them use to their full potential just yet in these endgame storm Elof scenarios. Proxima Star now going down, the high ground star of the last few games that we saw. A lot of wood builds means that these spam weapons are going to pack a wallop, as Johnny Boy gets another knockoff on Ibuhai, the baller player we saw from the other game as well. These rapscallions being sneaky, moving around in brick, metal, and wood. A lot of these big mats now finally coming out, making sure that spam gets stopped down, but more pressure vertically being put down as lair switches come down from their opponents as well. Johnny Boy getting that pickup, maybe not the elimination there, as Onokill also gets another one on top.
Yeah, and it was a really good try from Janus there to disengage, dropping back down, but unfortunately was spotted. But Team Queso lighting up the top left as Zohan was able to find 3 elims, make it a 4th, as the Spaniards are just dragging their way almost into the top 5. But now Cazrola doing everything he can on the side of the zone. Johnny Boy is still up as well. Great 130 shot in the immediate replace. Kind of upset he didn't try and follow it up right away, but he does. That was Fury Legend. Proxima Stars duo is going to get taken out and outside of the top 5, so that's 2 points is leaving down there. 1 chug splash is tossed out there as we're closing in. 9 players left, 6 duos remaining, Chad.
Yayas has all the pressure on him now to get that last placement spot. He is low on HP, but it is kind of free for that. Once again, it goes through 4 duels left now. MXR still alive. His dual partner as well is going to be a big fight on the low ground, and 1 person confirming things from the high ground. Low ground, though, we do have almost 11 chunk splashes available as these boxes get bursted into. Onokill going down to MXR. Another quick flick. Yayas going down. He tried to come off from high ground. Maybe he ran out of mats, but nothing worked out for him there. A 4-gun loadout. That heavy sniper still being available. Priority reload on it as well. 3 duos left. Looks like Nauka is down at the moment. MXR moving up on the highest priority ground right now. There might be someone higher than actually at the moment. Heiko and Johnny Boy on the bottom as well with Cazorla. We'll see what they can do. MXR is going to be controlling this fight at the moment. Heiko, these chunk splashes coming down from Johnny Boy and Cazorla. They have so many to use amongst themselves. They're finally going to run out. They're going to be a little bit late on the storm. Heiko going down. Johnny Boy and Cazorla are going to be fighting it out against each other as well. MXR is going to be pressured from the top. Johnny Boy goes down. Cazorla now has to avenge his dual partner and see what can be done here. Both people taking storm picks. MXR coming down, but the heavy sniper is not enough as Cazorla wins that game out all the way, tarping in from that low ground position, making sure he pops off at the right moment, making the best decisions possible, clutching out that game for his dual partner.
It was all about the chug splashes. You called it early, but he went, he hung out on the low ground, and even though he got the siphon, EMXR was not able to close out the match just because he held zone, had the chug splashes, and had everything he needed. And that's something, again, a new mechanic. You can throw it, you can use it on your teammate, but because it's instantaneous HP, it changes what has now kind of been something that's been really solid in the meta for a long time. When you get to endgame, you know, hey, like, if a person has a campfire plus bandages, I can do this. Or if I take 1 tick, I can get a med kit out. Or, hey, if I get a siphon under 50 HP, like, I'm guaranteed to close this match out. But it's just not enough. And now we're going to throw it back into the studio to Z.
Thank you guys so much, man. European action just never disappoints. Again, Sundown describing the Chug Splash recent edition. I think there's still more to this we haven't seen. I think players are still kind of developing strategies with it, and I want to see how they continue to improve upon using that splash. Now, of course, guys, before we go to break, let's take a look at the standings together. Let's get a sense of where things are, because we're moving into this final block of games. Right now, as it stands, the Lestream duo of Skite and Vato are sitting in that #1 spot. Now, you have talked about this, all right? You said these guys have been edged out several times, and the most recent time was to the Solary entire squad.
Yep.
You got to think they want revenge, right? They want in.
Yeah, in week 6, it was Hunter, Kinstar, and Erwachsenikov. And then in week 8, it was, of course, Hunter and Kinstar again.
Yep.
But, I mean, 2 duos weeks in a row, they got 9th place. Finally, Skite had some success in week 9 in the solos, so it seems that that success is carrying through here. They have 3 games remaining, 65 points, and this is just awesome there. Of course, we look down the list as well. Y and TJ, they've been through, the entire 10 weeks we've been following slightly. They're almost pushing up there, and of course, Y had some pop-off performances beforehand the World Cup even started, and then we watched Magisk and I'm the Beast. Their performance there, we haven't seen too much of a movement here yet in that score, right? 62 points is where we left them off in that game, and they're still obviously probably playing. We'll see if that updates, if they move back into that first place. And then moving down the list, basically, so we have Wolfies and Rojo, they keep moving down and slowly going down. So there is 4 spots up for grabs. And something that's different though, no Stompy and Shinken, no Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, they're down here right now, but they're not taking up these spots. So it is the top 4 that are going to be going through, and since queues are about to close, we're about to start getting into those final matches. This is looking like these guys right now are punching their ticket.
Well, what's scary too is striking distance from 10 to first is only 7 points. It's only 7 points. A straight up Victor Real is going to get you that 10-point threshold. If 1 elimination along the way, from 10th, you're jumping into contest #1. So we'll have to see how things unfold. But for now, Fortnite fam, we are going to go to a short break, get up, stretch legs. Come right back, though, because we have more Fortnite action after this.
Let's fly out to the lobby. Let's fly out to the lobby. Let's fly out to the lobby to get your squad some nums. Burgers from dirt to munch. Tacos Royale with brunch. Red juices, a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's fly out to the lobby to get your squad some nums. Let's fly out to the lobby to get your squad some nums.
All right, Fortnite fam, we're here for week 9 of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. And just like this Cuddle team leader, we are very excited to be here. The final week of solo competition. Hopefully these players can take a bite out of the competition and really keep it top notch. Codename Elf. Guys, are you ready for week 9, the finals day? Man,
I just had a whole bag of cookies.
a whole bag of cookies.
He's the yes man.
I'm so happy I don't have to be near Zeke for much longer.
We got some qualification. We got a dancing banana too. I want to see Zeke wear that at some point during the World Cup.
Fortnite fam, you guys know I love it when you use that hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We actually have a social producer that helps us sift through all the tweets and all the incredible things you guys send us, and his name is Nick Brown.
All right, guys, my name is Nick Brown, and for the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, I've been working as a social producer. So basically, every time any of the casters say use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, I'm the one who plays defense to make sure that none of those cheeky tweets with bad words end up on the big screen.
All right, Courage, let's go to the kitchen. Let's get ourselves some food.
What we got? Some garlic bread. Chicken Parmesan. Oh my God! It's chicken parm! Yes! You okay? Do I need to put this one back? Bro, they put garlic bread in front of me. You think I'm not gonna get 3 pieces? Come on.
What's up, Fortnite fam? It's Squints here, and recently we've been trying to level up the observing, so we challenge our observers to get cool, dynamic shots and keep them smooth and technically awesome. And let's share some of our favorite shots with you guys.
I can't imagine the weight that these competitors must feel on their shoulders.
Whoa, okay, okay.
Wow.
Seems like the observers are having a little bit of competition back there.
All right, observers, let's get it.
And then tried to challenge those fights, and that just freaked me out.
What? Speaking about something freaky.
There is Nick just above Chap's foot. Because apparently that's someone's name in Fortnite. You don't know about that, Jack? No. I mean, you really need to step up your competitive Fortnite knowledge. It's okay though. It's Chap's foot. Like physically, I hate you.
What's up? It's Monster D-Face.
What's up?
Yo, Monster. You know you're my favorite?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I told you were my favorite, would you believe me?
Probably not. We all know Sundown's his favorite dance. That's why, dude. Right there.
What?
You know, a lot of people ask me what the best part about replay is. It's got to be working next to GFX Becca.
People ask me all the time what the best part about being a graphics operator is.
Someone here specifically that keeps the ball rolling no matter what happens. And his name is Jordan.
What's up, Fortnite fam? My name's Jordan, and I am the production manager on the Fortnite World Cup Online Open. My job includes making sure the production happens smoothly, handling staffing, catering, any technical issues that may arise, making sure everyone else is doing their job.
He's really good at stuff.
We're on a break, and Jeff is going for the high score.
Oh my god.
That's really special. Not for you.
I don't know if you realize it's completely uncontested.
It's over. Week 9's done. Goodbye.
Welcome back, Fortnite fam, to week 10 of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. My name is Pookie Face. We've gotten into a little bit of the European action. We're playing duos today. I know I'm excited to see how everyone fares. We only have a few more spots left in New York at the end of July. So without further ado, I want to get into more games, but in order to do that, I need some casters. I got Zeke. I got Bala. Boys, take it away.
Thanks so much, Pookie. We are here. Can't stress this enough. This is the final week. This is it, week 10, the final opportunity, the final chance for players to earn a spot in the World Cup Finals in New York City. It cannot be more stressful than this.
No, it can't. There's only 4 spots up for grabs in the EU, and we're already seeing the story shape up. Skype and Vato might be making that last-second clutch into New York City. But let's get into action because we have to figure out who is going to be left standing when the dust is all settled. So let's get into games.
Here we go. The first game of the blocks. Don't forget, those queue times, very, very close to being all wrapped up. Then we'll have a little bit of extra time.
Jasper.
Whoever comes first. Hopping on here with Kiklos, ZQ, and his partner, Swats. 4 elimination between them. 41 players remain in the current lobby with 22 duos still left. Look at this circle right now.
Just going over that entire ravine there, the bridge in the middle. So kind of a little bit of a treacherous path, but I can already see just based on the stances of some of these players are taking. They're ready to hop over with the launch pads or shadow bombs or whatever they might be using. And to get in that half in, half out, which is positioned right on that big hill with the, the tree of life, as I call it.
Yeah, that's one that I've taken. I just used to call it big tree, then I was like, no, tree of life makes sense. But if you're watching the bottom right, you see all the triangles. They're already converging on the new safe zone. Nyrock's gonna get ripped out of the air immediately. That is another elimination, and Swats confirms it there. 5 between the duo now, and this is huge. Now, keep in mind, they're pretty separated, but I mean, Kiklios is in the ball, so he can kind of navigate as he needs to.
Yeah, but separation is, you know, what actually caused that elimination to go down onto Nyrox Aqua.
Oh, the ball!
Oh no,
well,
that is so sad to see.
Wow.
Just like he took out Aqua, he actually blew up his launch pad right before he managed to get on it. So Aqua going a little bit too fast, but here he's going a little bit too fast for his baller.
Hoezo was er niet echt dat uit die moed was aan het praten?
Said Zeke. Is he going to be able to find anything from here?
Hey, die kijkers, CQ, die zijn baller kwijtgeraakt. Die was van de berg afgerold. Niet kwijt, Jasper.
Can absolutely make it work, but look how far away diagonally he is right now. I mean, you got to think this is the top 1%, right? Don't forget the top 3,000 or 1,500 duos from the region move on to finals. Maybe you'll catch some people. For the large part, you're not going to catch many like incredible players off guard with that kind of tactic, right? Like they're going to be looking, they're waiting. Like someone's going to do something cheeky here. I just feel it. 44-88. Oh my God. Okay, listen, rest guard. Well, all right, I was going to say pull off another shot. He just beat me to the punch. It's like, Zeke, I got you. Don't worry.
Infantry rifle being used right through the window. So strong at putting out those high damage numbers right away, taking down that duo. And actually going to manage to snag the loot as well. Meanwhile, on the rest of the server, I did see Boyer and Cripper. I saw Dementos in the lobby. So Boyer and Cripper, one of those teams that a lot of people were looking forward to, you know, qualify for New York, but not have yet having those performances in this lobby. We'll see what they're able to do. Obviously, Haxguard and Refsguard. Haxcore, sorry. Way on their way towards that top of the leaderboard, but the RPG coming in.
So I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Cripple was actually picked up, and I think Boyer's by himself. Once we can take a look at the high and wide shots here and establish things, we get a better sense.
Is hij niet al gequalified of zo?
Rotations need to begin happening. Shadow bombs are being popped. Look at this. They try and reposition with Refsguard. That's good.
Surfer Soul en dingen toch al.
Thank you, teammate. And it comes out. Didn't catch it. The player drops down to 76 over on. There you go. Sigma has been eliminated, going back to the lobby.
And that is exactly how you want to place the traps. When you drop somebody into the box, make sure you place it on that front wall or as a roof, and then you can rotate the stairs accordingly, but they have no chance of escaping from the left or the right when you place it in that fashion. Great reaction there from Haxcore and Refsguard, and we're going to stay on them.
First round of placement points coming out.
Dat is allemaal PC, joh. Ik kan toch nooit dat er eentje control gespeeld.
Boyer goes down, has been eliminated, even Alliance Powder as well. And this lobby is just going to continue to thin out. Edric going to be picked off as well by Pappy, and this just continues. Benji Fishy is also in the lobby as well. He's going to pick up Mav Joe. And right now, I mean, if you're Rafsguard and you're Haxcore, you're probably thinking like, I'm watching the elimination feed, I know these Titans are in here. What are we looking to do, right? You've already got the first round of placement points. You're about to the next round. Do you think?
Ik heb echt spijt dat ik niet zo die eerste week was gewoon gefreakt of zo.
Please. Oh god.
Zo toen, ik bedoel season 8 bedoel ik, als ik toen niet heb gespeeld, is veel beter geweest toen. Jasper.
Still up, they did take out Benji, which was the player that RPG'd them, kind of caused them a little bit of chaos and panic. But still alive, still rocking down on this low ground. This is where they've been staying the entire time and so impactful down here, Zeke.
Look at the lobby now. 6 players remain, all of which are solo riders. No one's got a buddy. Themo here, he's gonna find one over on Josa there and find an immediate elimination. Top 5. Another round of placements for everyone in the lobby.
Yeah, but only on wood. These players that are finding down below are not covering their top. He's going to find one. Can he find another? Not just yet. He does have that flint knock if he does need to get back up. But again, no materials, it looks like, or they're playing very sparse with them. Now using that flint knock to get down onto the height that he needs to so he doesn't take any fall damage. No risk, but another player trying to get up over the hill. And unfortunately, Haxcore is left below. But the storm is playing in his favor right now. He's going to be able to get up.
This 1v1v1.
Advantage right now. Haxcore low on HP, and Thick here. He's got, just kidding. I was gonna say HP advantage, but it doesn't matter. Haxcore evens the odds, and now Themo has that high ground control. Haxcore's got to do something, but a huge shot comes back over, and this is Themo's game to win 4 eliminations between the duo. Victory Royale, a 13-point game.
Yeah, and they tied actually in terms of points with Haxcore and Refsguard, so a valiant effort there from low ground. We saw them completely you know, stuck down there, no
Ga even die
opportunities to get out,
screens
but they can do
bekijken.
with what they get. So they push themselves up to over 60 points now, and that is definitely something that you want to be at moving into these last games. The queues are definitely about to close.
Here we go. We got another game, of course, more Fortnite act.
Goed. Dus je ziet die skins eigenlijk ook in dinges. Of wat? Jasper. Ja, die van die skins swapper. Kazunas. Nou gaat geen vakantie doen, Jasper. Maar, hoop het al. Dat is raar. Goed joh. Dikke poepseks gehad. Dat mag niet van haar zeggen, want ze schaamt zich voor mij. Ze wil dat niet bekend wordt. Jasper zo voor de grap zo even bangen zo en dan... Jasper, ik moet nog 2 tiers. Bah. Ja, dat is een pedobeer. Ah ja, ik ben op YouTube aan het kijken, jawel. Fortnite.
Juve just gets ripped as well. People are just being picked off left and right. More shots.
I mean, at a certain point, Zeke, it's do I even want to glide up there? But hold
Ah,
on,
ik zie die Fortnite Block Party short. Wat? Ja, dat die. What the fuck, die heeft ook al 79k views.
This is huge too because he didn't have many builds and that Elim gave him a ton, so now he can actually go try.
Wie kijkt dat zelfs? Ik wist het al niet meer.
And I mean, Tuxibor, when they're playing out of their minds right now, but look at everyone down below. So
Ja,
you got a few people in ballers. The foul was on.
Ja, ze die banaankinderen gedaan, omdat die Battle Pass free was. Ah, wat? Ik zie niks van Flaregun of zo, wat? Ah, die van die default. Zo met die battlebus. Oh, daar, die heb ik al lang.
We just talked about Camo in this is
Oh nee,
performance
die
in
is
Fremont
al
and
geleakt hè,
Kong
die
right
video.
now, making their way towards one of those that will push them up the leaderboards. They're at 66 right now, and maybe making a case for them to go to New York. Fremont and Kong, a little bit of a break right here. They're going to drop those turrets out, make sure that's not going to be in the trap rotation.
Stel je voor dat dat zou werken, Jasper.
Did go in, but not gonna manage to do it. Finds Rasco regardless, and now his teammate as well. He actually finds Kubex too as they drop down all together, but it's now only Fremont. And look at this.
What the fuck? 1, 2, 3. Jasper zijn met 4 en 5 mensen in zo die kleine cirkel. Ah, gaan ik weet niet hoeveel mensen dood nu.
Against Edwin on his own, Tux goes down and already finds the shots. And that's going to be the victory royale for Tux and Vorwin.
They played that so well, right? Like, they just waited. They knew, and especially 8 eliminations. An 18-point game, this is massive. This also, we saw the other duo was at 62 points. They're now at 66. So you got to think they're contesting for at least top 5. But for them to realize, like, look, everyone's down below. They're all fighting on that low ground. Let's just hang out in the sky. Let's just do what we do best. Wait this out. And, of course, everyone, like fish in a barrel, comes to them. But look at this. Stompy and Shinken here. The little thin pancake. Who belongs in my heart forever. I mean, these guys, I don't know what else I could say about these guys. Like,
En even bezig met die skinscupper, goed. We komen naar het channel. Oké.
You gotta think this is a favorite going to Fortnite World Cup Finals.
Hey, die E11 stompie, die is goed daar. Jasper. Die E11 stompie, die is goed, joh.
Putting Stompy and Shinken way up there, if not first, in second, because they are dominating week after week, and I think we are in for a treat in this game because.
Nee, Erko, je bent niet mee aan het doen aan dinges.
And you know what they do in MEMC. It is crazy clinical Fortnite.
They absolutely terrorize the lobby. They just, everything they do is about how can they get an edge up, and then they make sure they're almost like squeezing the life out of you very slowly, right? Suffocating is like the word my mind went to, but it's kind of just like they're bringing the wall.
It is that,
right?
Because like when they do find an opportunity, they pounce so hard and so fast, and you have no time to react, and they just come from multiple angles, just like this, stopping from above.
Nice.
Shinken on the bottom, and he already takes down 1 carries exactly. You see Shinken switching to him right now. He get right behind him, and he finds it, but does now need to make sure that nobody is going to take advantage of the fact that Stompy is down. You can see immediately editing him down all the way because he needs to change positions. Everybody knows they just got an elimination in that box. And I think Freddy and Snagged right here are going to see if they can take advantage here. They're definitely getting a loot, so maybe that's enough for them.
I think they're going to get the revive off. And don't forget, Shinken actually has a Chug Jug in inventory, so he's going to be completely okay. He passes it over to Stompy. This is good. Now they have to have the 15 seconds. This is where things can get a little crazy, right? Because we saw the duo up above. If they decide to challenge, Stompy is not in fighting condition right now.
A note there that Stompy went so far away from where that initial fighting was and goes all the way to the farthest spot, not only for the zone, but also for anybody trying to find out where you are. And here comes the launch pad from Stompy. They're going to move ahead. Ooh, a nice little short launch there by accident even, but I'll take it if I'm Stompy.
Absolutely. And just to reiterate your point, you know, these guys
Reboarders zo met 2 geesten, hoor.
They know what a Chug Jug sounds like. Those sound cues are so very distinct. If you're sitting in a box and you hear that sound down below, you're like, we're going down, let's make some edits, someone's on critical, we're going to take him out, and that's why he moved so far away to make sure no one knew what was going on. So huge. 23 duos left, 39 players. Right now they're making a rotation. You got people out in front, which is good, and they're still staying close by, which is really going to maximize their efficiency here. A lot of people going down in the lobby as well.
I think staying close by is something we're actually not really used to seeing from Stompy and Shinken. We see them trying to take over the lobby and get as many opportunities as possible, but what is that from Stompy? I mean, but one of the things that is very important here to note is their mobility is starting to look scarce. All that we see on Stompy right now is that glider redeploy. They already used their shadow bombs, the launch pads, because of the position they were put in. They couldn't rotate early. So here, staying together, making. Oh my goodness, he found
got a rift.
As I say that, the rift to go, the almost most valuable item at this point in the game. Not only are people rotating in the congested zone, but they're not looking up because that first portion of the movement, everybody is looking to see where do I need to go next.
And they've got a great bird's eye view, right? They're slowly descending on. We've got Alpha there going to drop down, but look, so now they're going to make the decision. We have to contest.
Oh, they know.
Someone just brought the entire structure down. This is It depends
Ja,
on
ik
what
zal
they decide to do.
stoppen.
Look at Stompy. He's already trying to contest for the high ground. And Shingen had to stop for just a moment to get that mini up. He's got the Shadow Bomb, but I don't think he wants to use this right now. He gets
Zit je mijn gele kop?
The time is still ticking right now. He's just got to get himself into safety. He doesn't have any other utility baller like a campfire that would help him right now.
Yeah, but possibly Stompy does, and he's right on top of him now. So great, you know, staying together. They're glued to each other, almost in another elimination. First finding it before moving out. He gets stuck in the cone, but he's got to cover himself first. Does end up going down the zone. So perfect play here from Shinken, and he's moving forward. And they did get in the top 15 just now as well with those 2 eliminations.
And just the way that Shinken is like fluidly chaining eliminations back to back. And remember, if you don't finish that player off, there's a little bit of time before that siphon comes through. There's a player in the box. It doesn't even matter. Nemi gets shut down. They're on 11 eliminations right now. They're
What
about
the fuck?
to hit top 10 follow.
Zie je, die Stompy en zo, hè, die hebben al 11 elements
one of those players
in
who
een
was
potje.
towards the top. Him and his teammate from Invade. And getting shut down here from Stompy and Shinken. 2 people who have already qualified who are not playing for qualification
Die
spots, but
Stompy, die
playing
is
for
real.
keeps. Right now, they're showing off why they should be at the top of the leaderboard. And we
Ja,
just
die
talked
heeft
about it.
die,
We were like, where's
ja,
Stompy and
die
Shinken?
solo.
Because there's no
Solo
one who's
ging niet
qualified at the
lekker.
top of the leaderboard like we're used to seeing. But maybe after
die
this game,
cirkel.
things are going to change. But the heavy snipey coming in. Heavy snipey.
Snipey, yeah, absolutely. Snipey coming through. Now, don't forget, they're also at 66 points. We've seen 3 duos now with that point value. And look at this. Stompy's got to chain together these eliminations. Shinken is down, but it's okay. Stompy's been in positions like this.
What the
before.
fuck,
He
die
knows how
Stompy
to
die
clutch these
popping
games
off,
up.
joh.
The campfire is
Star
rolling, Bala.
kills.
He's getting back in that rhythm.
Getting back in that rhythm and achieving top 5 right there. That last placement threshold before the victory royale. So all he has to do.
There we go. The key to all doors. Oh my.
Well.
Okay. I'm going to lose my freaking voice after today. I'm telling you right now. Stompy
Jawel.
and Shingen are
Hartstikke.
putting on a show. The European queues are done as well.
Oh, die Stompy.
It's a free fall right now.
Die heeft 10 kills
Goes down a
gedropt.
rocket from up above, Bala.
Just barely dodging that. And now he's up to 10, 15 total for this duo. It's a 1v1v1. He's hunting the player down on low ground, but he can't get in the zone. I think that's going to be the end because Katsus is looking right at him. Now, has the Chug Splash. The RPG just barely is going to hit the wall in front of him using the Chug Splash and the Campfire. I don't think it's going to be enough because the player up above probably has more in the tank, but he's going to come down. Is it going to happen? No. Massey is going to win that game against Cactus. Over the heel off there, and that is just an unbelievable sequence of events. We followed Stompy and Shinken from the beginning.
Goed.
And look where they ended up. 15 eliminations, the most out of any placement threshold besides the Victory Royale. That is a performance for the ages and a reminder of why we need to be scared of them going into New York City.
That ain't no little tiny thin pancake, bro. That's a big old beefy pancake covered in delicious syrup. You like to see it. But of course, guys, there's more Fortnite action. We've got more games hopping in right now. Got Dervig and his duo partner. They've got their eyes set on another duo sitting in a box. I believe they've got double heavy snipes. That's why we ping this out. A single shot's gonna come out and wait for it. Okay, so they're gonna break this wall. They want to get a little bit of a better vantage point. That's smart, right? Because they're over that little lip there. Nope, they're not there. But now you've made the heavy sniper known, right? Now this what they're doing is like, well, they're looking to take shots. You know, the panic launch pad.
I don't necessarily know if that's panic. They are in the side of zone, making their way in, and you can see now Drivig and his teammate Waldo are going to go in, but he box fights indeed, gets Wet Bra right out of there, no chance to react at all. And that is something that you can catch people by surprise is they're trying to make that rotation. Right? They're trying to figure out what their plan is to go forward. And because of that, they're all looking around. They're not paying attention to the fact that they're not covered. They're not paying attention and listening to the fact that there's a heavy sniper coming in, or just a pickaxe even, from one of the most obvious locations right above you.
And I mean, you saw them separate for a moment, him and his dual partner, and now they just use that rift to reposition and get to go close back together. Got Marcote here and Squalls K. Marcote here has got 6 eliminations. Again, this is almost unusual, Bala, because I feel like, you know, semifinals are typically the day where you find a ton of players sitting on mountains of eliminations, right? Borderline double digits at times. But on finals day, very rarely you see that happen. You see eliminations be picked up toward the end, right? When you break that placement barrier, and then you're like, I'm just going to catch people making late rotations. But that's not been the case today. You can tell players they're ready. They are so hungry. They want those tickets.
You can almost feel the pressure that they're feeling, that they're playing with, right? The high eliminations, they have to go for it because it's all or nothing right now in this moment. There's only 4 spots left up for grabs in EU. That isn't much out of all the players who are playing and out of the top 1,500 that made it from semifinals to today.
That's right. And remember, we recently saw the highest point value we've seen is 66. So we know that's like, we'll say top 10 at best right now. But look at everyone in the sky all hanging out. May have been a rift to go, a community launch pad, a potential guy. Yeah, the vents are right there over by the hot spots. Right now, Alpha and Mark, they're just chilling, trying to find more eliminations. Any at all would be helpful. They find one.
That stink bomb coming to great effect as players start to make all their rotations, and it was a perfect opportunity to use it because, as we saw, there were so many players in the sky, and those players in the sky are all going to end up being low because of everybody else looking right up at them. So a good opportunity for a lot of people to find eliminations there, but going to opt to Rift as they start to get pressured and as the 7th zone starts to move.
This is going to be a little bit weird, right? Because remember, we're fighting in that biome that's like forest, the big tall trees. Depending on where we go, they could potentially land on the top. Lestream Sky, Lestream Vato, there in the bottom right corner for just a moment. They're in this game, and remember, they are looking to qualify. Wolfies and Rojo, we saw them earlier, right? They were in top 5. Yeah. They're still here with 65 points.
For some context, when we first checked in on the leaderboards, it was Wolfies and Rojo who were in the top spot, but they did get overtaken by Vato and Sky, so this might actually come to a head. Those 2 teams facing off in this game. Here's Wolfies getting in that box. He's going to take out Jachu from behind. But his teammate coming through with the trap, not going to be enough because Wolfies, the quick edit's going to go back on top of him and does find the elimination. Precious goes down. Even using the turret there, I mean, I'm wondering if that was a panic or an accident. But it's going to work out perfectly because if anybody was playing down below, he actually doesn't have to spend a cone there. It's not going to go down. It gives you extra HP on that floor.
And look, dude, they're still in this. Sky and Vato, they're in that middle ground tarp. They're actually going toe-to-toe with Wolfies and Rojo right now. This is the duo that they're fighting. So look, they actually have 70 points. This is now the new highest total we have seen. So it must be another 2 points coming in. They've hit top 10. The next
threshold they're looking at is top 5 ball. That's coming down to the wire.
And you can see how careful and calm they are playing. They're making sure that they spend the time to use their heals, use their items, because if you don't use them, you're going to lose them. And finding one that's Drivig who goes down, and they're still pushing for that top 5. They're still pushing towards that victory royale and looking really good while doing it.
I thought that was Wolfies and Rojo. I thought with my heart of hearts. I believed it. And look at this. Watch the top left. Rojo finds another elimination, so you know he's alive and kicking. They've hit top 5. 75 points over on the Lestream duo. The French-speaking community's got to be losing their minds. Up above, you got Mark and Alphen as well. The question is, where is Wolfies? Where is Rojo? Where are they in relation to each other? This duo right in front of them very well could be them, or it could be Alphen and Mark.
Ja. Oh, het zo. Oh, ik was even bezig met die skin changer, dus. Wat doen we met mappensinus? Oh, wacht, ik zit niet verkeerd. Even doorspoelen, ah ja. Oh, 19 mensen. What the fuck, die cirkels, ik weet niet hoe klein, ik weet niet hoe klein joh, van joh. Zo klein en Jasper, die cirkel. Niet normaal. Dus die Rens heeft maar 100 punten of zo, 100 en zoveel of wat? Jasper. What the fuck, hoe dan? Ja. Ik ga die GP Kapper nog eens gek maken door mijn fucking Rieken in de party te komen. Jasper. Zien eens wat hij zegt. Hard ik hem even niet horen. Hey. Hallo. Ja. Dan kunnen ze mij zien. Als ik nu game ga. Als ik nu op ready druk, zien ze dan. Ja. Ah. Dan, als ik nu de game op ready druk, zien ze dan mij als Rieken of niet? Dat zullen we wel zien. Afspreek speel ik tot 2 uur. Goed. Wat is duidelijk. Oh, spanning bij mij. Godverdomme. Please, ga iemand eens even naar mij. Hi. Nee, ik ben even bezig met dingen met de skin changer. Heb ik. Ik denk stel ze mij zien als Rieken, want toen zit dat aan mijn lijf. Maar ik zal even uw lobby joinen. Joinen. Ze biedt even dingen als creator. Je Epic Game, Epic Name is toch ook eigenlijk voor fun, toch? Ah ja, dat is juist. Oh ja, dat is vergeten. Allee, waar staat je? Ja, ik vind je niet, man. Ah, wat? Ah, hier. 13 mensen. Hoe zit je met als Rieken? Je zit toch in een potje? Ah, zo. Normaal gezien was het toch redline als je. Normaal gezien zou er nu goaltrooper moeten staan. Alleen zie je, die Renegade Raider moet je premium kopen. Ja, Rieken is veel raarder. ik zeg gewoon man. Ik denk ze bieden even mijn okselaar, hier wordt lang. Heeft je als profiel okselaar? Is gewoon oerrood bij zijn oksels. Ik ga even zien als mijn bakpatatjes klaar zijn. Goed. Jasper met de easy claps, poi. Zie je. Wow. Oh, het zal iets zetten. Setup creative is veel makkelijker. Net show your dope plukkerij. Daar praten we niet over. Pindakaas, allee, verdomme. Ja, ik moet even pretty aan. En... Wat? Hoe kan ik snel inladen nu? What the fuck? Echt? Zit je ook half 4 revenge en zo? What the fuck? Oh, ik krijg zoveel mensen mee trollen. Ik ga gewoon voor de rap op PC spelen. Ik ga even mijn controller. Ik zou mensen zeggen, de renner creator is in de show, bitches. Elsper, ik heb al een tweede account, want het probleem is gewoon dat is niet hoog genoeg level. Nee. Oh nee, fuck, maar even mijn